Hey guys, welcome back to Active Body Clear Mind. So today we're going to be going over some exercises to help with ankle stability. So ankle problems, sprains, just discomfort, breakage is all super popular in sport and also happens a lot in everyday life. So I want to show you some exercises to help strengthen those ankles to help prevent them from turning and you getting hurt. So a lot of athletes like to get their ankles taped and like to wear ankle braces. If you were going to choose between the two, I would recommend wearing ankle braces over tape. So tape only works for about 10 to 15 minutes in giving that support before it stops working. So why do athletic trainers and why do athletes still do this? A lot of it is mental. So think about it. When your ankle first gets taped, you can barely move it. And then after like 10 minutes or so, you can all of a sudden move your foot very well. Well, there goes all that stability that tape was giving you. So wearing a brace, that's less likely to happen. It's less likely to give out. It's a lot more stable. But we don't want to use taping or ankle braces for long periods of time because that actually helps to weaken our ankle muscles. So we want to do some rehabilitation and some strengthening exercises to help build those muscles up so we don't need an ankle brace or taping forever. So let's get started. So for the first few exercises that I'm going to show you, you're going to need some type of band or belt. So I'm just going to put my foot on the ground like this, wrap it around, hold it, and just point my toe down. You want the band to go about at the balls of your feet, this part, because if you have it too high, it's going to slip off, and if you have it too low, it's not going to be as difficult enough and not going to be doing the job. So I want you to do 2 sets of 10 of those. So then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to put our foot here. So now we're going to focus on turning our foot outwards. So I'm turning my foot to the left. And I'm just using this as my other foot as a reinforcement. If you have someone holding it in that direction, you don't need to put your foot there. Or if you have something else to use, you don't have to put your foot there. So again, we're going to do 2 sets of 10. So now this is where it gets a little bit difficult. If we're trying to do the other side, it's a lot harder for me to go like this. It is possible. So you can just hold here and do 2 sets of 10 that way, turning your foot in. Or you can kind of cross your other foot over and do the same thing we did before and kind of using it as a way to help hold it in place. So we're going to do this for 2 sets of 10 as well. So for the last banded exercise I'm going to show you, you are going to need to tie it to someone if you don't have a person. So I'm just going to tie it to my garage door. I would use a heavy weight, something that your foot is not going to be able to move when you bring it towards you. Tie it like there so you get a nice knot. So then you're going to flip it around, put your foot in, and scoot back so you feel a little tension. So instead of putting it on the balls of your foot, you're going to put it on the top of your foot, but in around the same spot you would if it were on the bottom of your foot. So I'm going to lean back and just pull my toes forward towards me. Good. So we're going to do 2 sets of 10. Sorry about the lawnmower, my neighbor just started mowing their yard at the wrong time. Alright, so next I'm going to be showing you guys some balance exercises. To start out, you can use shoes, but they're going to give you a little bit more of support. So I'm going to do it with my shoes off because it's a little more difficult. So first I'm just going to practice putting my feet together and just standing like this. It's pretty simple, but it's just going to get those little muscles, little tendons, little ligaments to practice stabilizing your ankle. So I would do 2 sets of 30 seconds, and this is really easy for me. So I would probably skip this altogether in terms of doing it on a flat surface, and I would just move to the next step of this exercise. So then from there, we're going to work on what's called tandem balance. So you're going to put one leg in front of the other, and you're going to put your hands on your hips. And then you're just going to hold this for 30 seconds as well. And then we're going to switch and put our other foot in front and do the same thing. One foot is typically more dominant than the other and you use it more for planting, so one way will be a little easier for you when you are doing the tandem stance. From there, we're just gonna move straight into single leg. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, please don't, or stand by a surface that you can grab onto if you can feel yourself falling. So we're gonna do this for 2 sets of 30 seconds, and again, we're just gonna put our hands on our hips, that way we're not using them for balance at all, just like this. So this is gonna put all of the pressure onto our ankles in terms of having to work and having to stabilize those joints. Next up, we're gonna do our left foot, again, 2 sets for 30 seconds. Once you master that balancing, we're gonna do it on an uneven surface. So I typically recommend using a foam pad. I don't have one of those, so I just rolled my yoga mat up. You can do it on a couple pillows or towels, and we're just gonna do the same sequence. 2 feet together, hands on hips. Make sure we don't lock our knees, keep them a little bit bent. From there, we're gonna do the tandem. So I'm starting with my right foot in front of the other, and I'm gonna put my hands on my hips. And again. This is also great balance work. So if you hit your head and have a concussion and lost your balance, your ability to balance, which is something that happened to me, that is why you can see me struggling a little bit right now. I did hit my head quite a bit ago, but I'm still kind of suffering from some of the symptoms and side effects of that fall. So I am still working on my balance pretty much every day, so that's why you can see I'm a little bit rusty at this. Next, I'm going to fold it up again, and we're going to do single leg. So I'm going to do my right foot, and I'm going to put my hands on my hips. And then again with the left foot. And that's it for the balancing. For the ankle exercises, I'm going to show you one more exercise. So the final exercise we're going to do is called ankle ABCs. So I'm just using this to elevate my foot so I can really work on my range of motion. So I'm just going to go through the alphabet, starting with all the letters in lowercase, and write them in the air. And once you get through all the letters of lowercase, you're going to do them in uppercase. So you want to do this 2 times for uppercase and 2 times for lowercase on each foot. I hope this taught you something new and helps you in the future. Thank you for watching.